Hi there, and welcome to Tuesday Talk and my echo. I've been struggling with this all evening, and of course, now that I'm live, it's back. I had it gone, but I don't know what to do about it. But anyway, I am using StreamYard, and I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you come on, please comment. First of all, let me know if you can hear me and if you're hearing an echo. That would be most helpful if you can give me some feedback. So, tonight we're going to fool around with all kinds of stuff, kind of all over the place because I discovered some new toys. And then I also uncovered my hoard of watches that I decided to do something with. So, like I said, if you come on, if you can hear me, just throw me a comment. That would be great. And if you hear that echo, also throw me a comment because I really don't know what to do about it, but maybe we can try something. So, yeah. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Uh, and my camera's the wrong way. I can't win tonight. You hear, but there's a quiet echo. You're watching on YouTube. Okay, hi Gretchen. Thanks for letting me know. I am just gonna try to struggle along with it because, like I said, I had it gone a while ago, and I'm doing everything I know how to do. So, um, just gonna turn this one down a little bit, and maybe we'll just here. Maybe I'll switch them and let me know how that works. Um, we're gonna get some feedback here. Okay, I unmuted that mic and I muted the computer. So, Gretchen, if you can let me know if you can hear me and if there's an echo, I'd really appreciate it. You don't think you can watch on Facebook because you're not a member? No, anybody can watch on Facebook. Um, but okay, echo's gone. Yay. And you can hear me. Awesome. Now, if I could just get my screen to flip around, but hey, I'll be happy with what's happening. So anyway, so I'm gonna first start by showing you some things, showing the new thing I discovered, and then we'll get to the watches. And maybe it's not new to anybody else, but it is new to me. So I am, let me turn this around a minute. So I've discovered this UV resin kit. This is from Let's Resin, and there's 12 colors in it. I'm about to sneeze. I'm trying not to. And you don't have to mix this stuff, which is awesome. So I've been playing around with this. And then I also got the clear resin. And again, you don't have to mix this stuff either. Can you see that? UV resin, it's also by Let's Resin. So I'll show you all the stuff I've been doing with this. So I'm going to switch the screen again. I don't know whether if I fool around with these. Okay. Okay, so let me show you first all these little molds that I have. These are jewelry molds. What I'm going to show you, I didn't use this one. This one's kind of cool. It's layered. It makes like a little water kind of feature. And then there's this, which is just regular earrings, and these have the little hole in there, so you can put the jewelry finding in. And these are more. Oh boy, I don't know if you can hear that outside. Probably. This is a little comb mold. Isn't that so cute? These are all silicone molds that I picked up over the years. Somebody's horn outside is blowing. And then here's more earring molds, or jewelry molds rather. And here's more. I think I got a lot of these on Wish a long time ago. I haven't shopped at Wish in ages, but I used to do a lot of shopping from there. Here's another comb mold. I think these are so cool. Gretchen, your first live was on Facebook. Okay. So you're on it's your first live on Facebook. Okay, so you're on both. Thank you. And so this is another one that's just a little flowers. So I'll show you. So here's one of the flowers that came out of that. Hope you can see that. These remind me, when I poured these, I used a couple molds. This is an old redesign with Prima mold, and I made these from it. And you know what they reminded me of? When I was a kid, getting things out of the bubblegum machine. It's just that little kind of like cheap plastic look. So I wasn't overly impressed with this, like for jewelry, because it looks cheap. But I was thinking it would make a cool like thing, say on a furniture piece, if you wanted to make something look like a jewel or something, that might be a cool idea. So let's see. So the comb mold, the little comb mold, this is the clear, and I put some transfers on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it turned out really good. I found that the clear is a lot easier to work with as far as curing. I haven't made the big one yet. So this one, I poured a couple of these and I used the black resin. So I made this earring and another one. So what I did was I poured some black in there and I cured that. So this is UV resin. So I'm using this light over here, which I'll try to get the camera over to it. Right over here with this hand. So it's a UV light that I used for nails. So I got it like with a nail kit, which, speaking of nails, don't even look at mine. They're a mess. I was going to do them, and then I was busy fooling around with that microphone. Now I can't find that other earring, because what I did was then, which I'll just have to show you on this one since I can't find the other one. But what I did was I just took and filed the edges to make them smooth. So I poured the black resin, cured it, and then I put a transfer on there, and then I put clear on top of it and cured that. Okay. But what I did with this, and I wish I could find the other one, and I'm sure I will eventually, but I used this gold pen from Dixie Belle, which I'm really in love with this pen. I keep using it for all kinds of stuff. But I went around the edges. And I also then colored the back of it too. And then I think it'll be cool to put, gold earring findings on it. I'm not going to get too involved into doing the findings tonight and how to attach them and all that stuff, because I just have a lot of stuff I want to show you. So that we can do another time, because I do love to make jewelry. So that's what we're looking at. And it's gold on the other side. Oh, it's right in front of my face. So now we have a pair here. And like I said, we'll put gold findings in them. But I think they turned out kind of cute. Okay, and then I had these bezels. These are like my favorite. If you're coming on, say hello. So I had these, again, this is something I got probably from Wish a long time ago, but there's a couple that are nautical. There's like an anchor, and there's the wheel, and there's a snowflake one. Hey, Cheryl. And then here's one that says love in a frame and has a moon and stars. Oh, thank you, Gretchen. Gretchen says beautiful. She hasn't seen the jewelry up close before. Well, I have this little thing that happens in my hand every now and then. It'll cramp, and then it's weird. But anyway, I think these turned out beautiful. All I did was put a transfer in the bezel, and then I poured in the clear resin and cured it. And I think these turned out really good. This one I did hook together, because what I did was the top one, I put a butterfly in. Well, there wasn't enough room for his wings, so I just used two other ones and I put the rest of his wings in. So then I just hooked them all together. So I'll probably hang maybe a bead off that, and I think that'll be a cute necklace. So anybody that really wants, oops, I have it upside down. So anybody that really would want to, look at them closely would know that the bottom two were the wings. Thank you, Cheryl. I do love these ones. I think these really are pretty. That one's just some leaves. This one, it's a fly. It's one of the insects from the Malot's pages, I think, is one of them. But again, flowers, little pansies. I love these. I think these are going to sell. They're really pretty. So that's them. Okay. Then I have these things. They remind you of items from your great grandmother. Oh. Okay, so then there's these. These are just a real thin little metal thing. And when I got them, I'm not sure what I thought they were supposed to be, but I didn't know what to do with them. So I poured some resin and I mixed the colors up. So this is what I got. And I think they turned out really good. Now, unless anybody has a better idea, because I'd love to hear it if you do, but I am planning on using a little drill, like a little Dremel, and putting a hole in there in order to make earrings out of these. The only other thing I can think of doing is soldering, but they're so delicate, and I'm not that really good with soldering. We're going to do that one of these nights too. But yeah, I think drilling a little hole in it is going to be the best thing. But I think that the two different colors came out pretty good. And also I did this pair. And this is the color was called caramel, and then just the clear. It really doesn't show up very, very well as being anything different. But anyway, it's just a little kind of off-white, I guess. So I do like those. And I kind of found that using the little finger sander comes in handy if you happen to go over the edges. So just kind of clean it up with that. So I will go ahead and finish those up and then show you the finished results. Okay, so this one I think is so cute. So I got these. These are, I have some bracelets like this and I love them. They're like bolo style. So I looked and I saw that they had bolo blanks. So I ordered them and they came like this. I ordered them from Amazon. So I'll show you a little bit better what I'm talking about. So this is a little wood piece. It says "Be kind." My friend Dawn, that has a glow forge, we used to do vintage forge together. But I had a couple of these left, and I attached it to one of these bolo bracelets. And so you just slide up the. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you just kind of slide up that little um, closure. These would be cute, I think, with little charms hanging off of them. But I love this style bracelet with the little things that hang down. I just think that's so cute. So, and they're easy to take off. Now I'm frozen. Okay. All right. Trying to keep all this stuff organized. So this one, I'll show you the mold. Yeah, you like bolo ties too. Yeah. They're so comfortable. I like them. Okay, so this little mold is so cute. I think this one's cute. It's like a little shopping tag. They're really deep though. So it was kind of hard to cure that one. So this is a little eyeglass mold or sunglasses mold. So I used the black resin in there, and I had to work with these a little bit. So if you find that, so the instructions are not totally clear, but it did say your UV light has to be at least 6 watts. So not all of the nail lights are, but that one is. But I have found if it comes out sticky, then you just have to stick it back under the light a little bit longer. So that's what I have found. So I also have this little rhinestone. Boy, this stuff's hard to see. I wish my screen was the other way. But this little rhinestone stuff, I'm going to glue that across the top of the glasses because I think that'll be really cute. And I'm wearing my contacts tonight, so I can't really do precision work. So, and I thought I had my glue down here too. So, but I think that'll be a cute one too. So anyway, there's that. So so there's these two. These are just some molds. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, so this is this mold, and this is the pink purple is the color, and then the other one is just called blue. So I'll have to drill a little hole in there, but I think these are cute. And these were the first ones. These were like a trial run. I had lots of bubbles in there. So, it's one of those things just to work with. But yesterday I really enjoyed just playing around with this stuff. So here's another one. I did get, some of the hooks in there. They came out pretty good. And that was this. Where's the mold? This one, same one that the sunglasses were in. I think this could be a really cute one. Now, since it's a deep mold, you could put clear down or black or anything. You could then cure that, then put a transfer on there, and then put another layer on. So I experimented with this. This one is not that. Okay, it's this one. It's just a rectangle. And I did it in clear, and I put lavender pieces in it from the lavender thing last week. Now, because I filled it again, I am going to have to drill through those holes. But I thought that might be cute to put on a little bolo bracelet as well. So other things, this one again was an experiment. This is an IOD mold. I think this would look cute with gold around it in the clear. I just think it's very cute and modern looking. So that's the resin. Oh, here's another one I did that I was gonna put something in that frame. The holes came out okay, but it also had bubbles in it, so had more holes than I wanted in it. But I think this would be cute to fill with something, and then again put just your clear in there. So let me get this stuff out of the way and get more stuff out. So let me see what's on the other side of here. This probably isn't smart, but oh, we want this. This is the the cameo mold. We're going to play around with some other resin. So let me get this stuff out of here. I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'll just use that one to be my tray. I'll tell you what, jewelry stuff is messy. So many little pieces, but I love playing with jewelry stuff, working with it. It's fun. Okay, getting this out of the way. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to me for a second. Feel like I can, look at you, even though I can't see you. But I have been hoarding watches for so long, over 10 years. When people would give me stuff, here, do you want these? Sure. And my first store was big and I had lots of storage room. And so it was real easy to get too much stuff and get it out of control. But every time I moved these with me because they didn't take up a lot of room. But now I'm at the point where I need to just kind of get in each little category and work through some stuff. So these are watches, and I'm gonna again flip the screen down and hopefully you can see. So I went through all of them and organized them. Some of them I kept because I thought that the bands were cool. So we're going to do something with the face. But I thought that the bands were just kind of cool. Now this is a man's watch, so it's going to be a little loose. But I thought it was a pretty watch band. Likewise with this one. I'm not sure if this is a man's or a woman's. I think it might be a woman's. Oh boy. We're not doing so good tonight, are we? Okay. Now we're back. All right, here's another one. It's real delicate. I thought that band was pretty. And another one. So those ones, and this one too, and the bezel on it is kind of a little bit chewed up. So this will be perfect to cover up with something. So there's those. And then there's a couple that have, they had just like openings. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but there's a hole here. So these ones we're going to attach to the bolo bands. And so there's a couple like that. There's a gold one. And then there's another category where I took the watch bands off because a lot of the watch bands were in really bad shape. So took the watch bands off, but then I replaced the little thing that holds it in. Okay. This one, yeah. So what I'm going to do with these, and then there's one that I don't have one for. So I don't know whether I can buy these or not, but if not, we'll do something else with it anyway. So what my thought is with this kind is to use, and my husband went away because I asked him to tie this before, but we're going to make like a bracelet. And I have this really cute, it's like a cotton ribbon. And I just thought this would be super cute. And I would probably, I'm going to try to do this myself, but I'm going to probably also attach some charms to it because I think that would be cute as well. I'm going to try to use my teeth. Okay, maybe I'll do a loose bow and then just put it on. See me struggling here. I forgot to have him put it on me again. I had him tie it on me once, but I didn't have the I didn't have a very long tie. Okay. Anyway, it looks adorable when the bow's tied. Tom? I thought he came back downstairs. Okay, I'm not going to tie the bow, but look how cute. Isn't that really super cute? Imagine it being in a bow. I think it's just feminine and dainty and different, you know, for to repurpose an old watch. And like I said, you could put a little jump ring with here with some charms on it, or maybe some, you know, different gems. I think that would look cute. So there's one. And then another one, I did the same thing. And this one, the tie says handmade on it. It's like a ribbon, but it just says handmade. And I just put a butterfly on there, and he didn't all fit, so I put his name on there as well. And again, I think this would look cute with some charms on there. So you have to let me know what you think about those. I just think they're cute. We also have some different ribbons, but I think like for some of them, they need really delicate. I did have scissors here. You know, when you're doing this and you have everything out in front of you, you can't see the forest for the trees. You have everything here and then you lose it. It's a curse. Oh, here. You like the ribbons? Watches are so much fun. I've only ever gotten rid of plastic ones, old Texas Instruments or swatches. Oh, okay, yeah. I actually found a couple that were, I think, like Art Deco. One of them had diamonds in it, and the other one had like sapphires in it. And I am going to take it to the jeweler and see what they think. So with these ones, you kind of like snake it through. This is a real delicate one. Let me see if I can get a different one. Let's try this one. So you have to put it so that the band kind of goes, obviously, so that the ribbon doesn't cover the face, which I'm sure you all knew that. Okay, so this one's going to be really delicate. So let's now put a transfer on it or something to make it pretty. Because, you know, these often too, a lot of the faces were scratched up. So this is kind of, you know, saving them. And I really do think these would be just adorable. Another thing too, so these are kind of dull, like the transfer isn't super shiny. So I had considered putting the clear resin on, but that's risky because it's not like a trough to hold it. So I think I'm just going to use some gloss sealer and cover that. So as usual, I will catch you guys up and let you know, show you the finished projects. Right now I'm trying to find a delicate little flower. I used that on the one with the blue. Let me see how, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I don't have my little stick here, so I'm just using my nails. Yeah, if you guys use Pinterest, I do have a Statement Designs Pinterest board, and I have so many different categories. Sometimes I just go crazy and put everything in jewelry, or, sometimes I'll do categories like watches or something. It all just depends. I don't very often make private boards, so I just have mishmashes of stuff that I've been looking at for years and years and years, well over 10 years, because I started using Pinterest whenever I worked at AT&T, and I've been gone from there for probably at least, mm, well, maybe 12 years, we'll say. Okay, so if I get some of the transfer, I hope you can see this thing. My newer thing, it's like I can't get it down low enough. So trials and tribulations. Anyway, I think that's pretty cute and very delicate. And again, a little charm would be really cute. I think you could even put it around the stem. So I think that's super cute. Okay. So we have that one. So let's do one that's with the bolo. So this one's silver. Let's do the gold one because I seem to be doing a lot of stuff in silver. I know I just had a gold one here. Not that. Here it is. Okay. So jump rings. Boy, am I gonna have a mess to clean up. Is your Pinterest under Statement Designs? Yes, Gretchen, Statement Designs. Everything is under Statement Designs. Okay, and the bolos. Tomorrow night's Flippin' Bunch. Well, Miss Cheryl Wall is going to be our guest. And thank you. You like the ribbon choices. I think I did read that before. But anyway, we're going to be talking about something we started talking about a while back with Amy Gerard, was Facebook monetization. And we're also going to be discussing some YouTube stuff as well. So tune in. Okay, so I'm just opening this jump ring and attaching it. I'm waiting to decorate my watch face because I want to see the orientation of the watch then after we get it in this the bolo thing. Notice how I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Okay, let's see. So, like I said, we can do this another time, but basically you're just twisting that jump ring open. I'm sure you guys have all done some basic jewelry making. Oops. Okay, my other one came open. These are very delicate, and my jump rings are not so delicate. I have to really get it closed right. Also, I'm wearing my contact lenses. I don't do very good precision work with my contacts. I'm better with my glasses when it comes to doing precision. So there it is. I was going to say I lost it because earlier I dropped a jump ring 3 times. Yeah, it was very colorful in here before I started. Things weren't going well. Okay, let's see if we can get this closed and hold it. Sometimes I have to wiggle it back and forth, but I see there's a gap in there, so. And I still see it. There, I closed it up pretty good, let's hope. Okay, so this is very delicate, so let's find a little, and you could just leave that watch face if you wanted to do that, but somebody would ask you invariably what time it is. Now, this is an opportunity to also hang little charms off of that area, but we're just gonna stick with the transfers tonight. We are gonna do something else. I have to watch the time because I have plans for some. I want to try something else with that with another kind of resin that I have here. I'm trying to find something pretty that's really small. Um, I have this big collage de fleur. Oh, by the way, I got to do something fun yesterday, and that was order the new summer IOD release. Yes, I've seen it, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm sworn to secrecy. But you'll be seeing it soon. The sneak peeks are going to come out, and okay, I thought there were some really little flowers in this, but apparently not this book. I thought I saw some. Not this one either. I could have sworn I saw some pink flowers that were little. Okay, well, we're just gonna find something here that's delicate. I hate to use the same flowers over and over again, but it's tricky because you have to find something that's going to actually show up because it's really a small thing. Here, let's use this. This should fit. We'll take the back off and then see. Oh, that'll work. Just want to try to get as much on there as I can, and I can take the excess off. And another thing I thought that would be good to do, and we'll do that maybe on this one, is to use the gilding wax, because that's always good. Like, you can use it on hardware, so you can use it on the jewelry as well, because it does dry, it doesn't stay waxy, it does cure. Okay, let's see. Looks good. There's a little bit hanging over here we'll get rid of. Okay. I like this one. Another thing you could do is paint the watch face as well. You could do that, and then I can just see little pink crystals hanging from this. Isn't that pretty? It's so delicate. I have it on pretty tight, but I'd wear it a little looser. But I really like that. Very pretty. Yeah, you guys still with me? All right. So you kind of get the gist of that. Oh, because I want to move on to something else. So this is another one we'd use the bolo with. So I'm going to put those ones out of the way. And then what I want to do is try something else here. So still here. Okay, good. So these ones. So you don't really have the opportunity with this UV resin to bend it or anything. So I'm going to use the Tough Cast, and you're still here too, Gretchen. Good, awesome, Cheryl and Gretchen. I appreciate you guys being here. So I'm going to take. Well, let's see. There's this one. Yeah, I think this will work. We'll use something that's kind of. I want to. So this is Tough Cast, and this is. I'm going to move the camera here a minute. So this is like amazing casting resin, only it's black. So I think I showed you this before, but I had just experimented with it, and I didn't have a really good mix either. So I'm hoping, now this is not going to be cured by the lamp. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pour some, and then I'll come back and play a little bit with the UV so we can see how that works. But I'm going to make a little room here because I'm out of room. Get the stuff I need in front of me. Wow, what a mess. Okay. I just want to be able to set this aside. This is a cake decorating mold. So you can use this with clay. You just have to use like a putty knife to put it on with, and then it's super delicate. So you can also use silicone with those. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I had that there and I wanted to show you. So I'm going to move some of these watches out of the way and revisit them later. It's been a while since I played with jewelry, so I have to admit I'm having a good time with it. Okay. My heavens, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. All right. So I want to be able to move this. Okay, that'll have to be far enough. Okay. I'm gonna put the camera back down here. And hi, Dar. I know I've been moving up to 7 o'clock lately. So I'm having one of those, if it can go wrong, it will nights. So, but we've been having fun so far. Like I said before, I didn't get a very good mix, but I'm still gonna play it by ear here. I'm not gonna need a whole lot. Okay, so Dar, I am using Tough Cast. It's like amazing casting resin, and it is yeah, Cheryl, big furniture to little jewelry. Exactly. This is like amazing casting resin, only it's clear. And I'm just hoping I'm gonna get a good mix here. I ordered a scale so that I can actually weigh when I'm pouring molds. That's going to be so much better. So this stuff says work time of 2 minutes and cure time of 30 minutes. So we might not get to see this, but we're going to hope. Okay. I am definitely making a mess now. And I meant to grab my baby wipes, and I didn't. Okay, so I'm looking for something that's going to be good to cover up some of these faces, and I want to get them before they're fully cast so that I can bend them a little bit. So I'm going to try this one. I think that would work nicely. Well, these little round ones are good. I hope. Let's try this one. Oh, I don't think you guys. Every now and then this. Oh, okay, we're back. I'll tell you what, technical difficulties tonight. So that one ought to go with that. Maybe that. Okay, well, let's just keep pouring. I feel it getting warm, so that means move along. This might be really pretty. This might also be too big, but we'll see. Okay, I'm really making a mess. It's just getting so thick really quick. Oh my, and gloppy. Oh, I'm really making a mess, guys. I'm gonna have to get this out quickly before it's too late. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. Well, we might be able to get them out of the mold sooner because it seems to be setting up very quick. Okay. And this stuff, like I don't smell amazing casting resin, but this has a little bit of an odor I don't care for. And I know you should wear gloves, and I have gloves here and all that. Okay. The good thing about this stuff is you make a, Cheryl says, so funny. I always make a mess with resin. When this stuff cures, it's nice to get it out of these silicone cups. That's why I like these. So I'm going to set this aside. Boy, I really made a mess with this. But I really want to be able to get one out and show you what I want to do with it. But meanwhile, Gretchen, looks like me trying to make anything in a mold. Okay, here's a little. Okay, there it is. Yeah, what do you call it? I had said the word earlier. One of these things, in a bracelet form. And then here's a bunch of ones that are wood. So we're going to do a few of these, and that way I can show you how how this other resin works. Like I said, it's going to be a little easier than that. You watch I say it, and then so there was a fly here, not a real fly, but a fly mold. Here it is, or a transfer. There it is. I think that is cute. Just just made about 600 plus molds for my 2 chairs. Should have taken an after pick of my table. Yeah. Okay, so we're just putting this fly in here. I don't know why, but seems like people like stuff like that. Insects and stuff. Not me so much, but seems like a lot of young people do. So being at the coffee house, I try to, do a little something for everybody. This is cute, this little butterfly. And it won't all fit in there, but most of it will, which is good. I love how quickly these just come off. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Yes. I don't know why. I don't remember that whole song, but if I got started, I could sing it, but y'all don't want me to sing. Okay, I'm going to get this little piece off of the frame. Whether you can see what I'm doing here or not, but I just want to get that out of there. And this, again, I think this is something you could use the gilding wax on. All right, so now I want this stuff. This is the UV Let's Resin. Here, I'll do it this way. This is UV Let's Resin in the clear. Oh, I do remember that. So what was it? There was a old lady who swallowed a fly. I forget the words. I don't know why. Okay, so I find with the clear and with something round, it's best to just start in the middle and let it spread out. It seems like I get less bubbles and less gaps that way. Okay, so being under these lights is great because you can see if you have bubbles and gaps. I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to do this one, and then I'll move the camera so you can see the UV light. This is pretty shallow, so I'm being cautious. So again, if you need more, pour it from the middle, not where the gap is. And if you see, okay, so that filled in pretty nice. I love this stuff because there's no mixing. Okay, so I'm going to turn this UV light on over here. I'm going to slide this over. I have a cloth on here, so this is risky business here. Okay, great, great. So this resin stuff's sticky. So I really should have gloves on and I should have my wipes here, but it cures pretty quickly. So I'm gonna get the camera there. So again, I was telling them, you did 2 chairs for Maker's Mark. Yeah, Dar keeps calling it the Maker's Mark, which is, whiskey. So, um, not necessarily too. We say Maker's Mark in furniture too, so just have whiskey on your mind. So yeah, I got this silicone or got this stuff. This is drying super quickly. So the UV lamp is from, oh, now this one's spilling over. Guys, honestly, yes, this is the nail UV light. I got this from Dashing Diva. And it was really just, and it doesn't last long. You have to keep turning it back on again. But it only takes like 3 or 4 minutes to cure this stuff. So obviously this stuff is not going to have another side. But if you do anything like these ones that I did in the molds, if you take them out of the mold and then flip it over and cure the other side. Okay, so let's see what's happening with this. So it's stuck to the stuck to the tablecloth. I'm gonna try to do some quick surgery on this. I think I had some toothpicks here. This is a scribing pen. We'll try it. I just want to get that hunk of resin off of there without pulling everything else out. And this could be a fail. Yeah, I filled this one too full. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but see what happened? This came out. I didn't see it. I'm trying to get it off of there. Okay, so I got some of it, and I might be able to file the rest, but it doesn't look very nice. There's kind of a bubble in there, so I call that one a fail. Your son has one or two, so you have that? Okay, cool. Okay, and again, this one's stuck to the tablecloth as well, which is lousy because this is the only one of these I had. I'm going to try to cut it. Yeah, I made a mess of that one. Because that's a shame because it's cute. Trying to get it before it's too far gone, but this stuff cures fast. Unless you want it to, of course. And like I said, if it's still sticky, just put it back under the light. Might be able to salvage this one. I think so. Kind of smoothen that a little bit. Then I'm going to put it back under the light. This one, I don't think there's much hope for. Maybe. Okay. It's already 7:58, and I wanted to try. Let's see. Let's just see what's happening here. Okay, so here's one of the cameos, and it is kind of flexible. So that's half decent anyway. So my thought for this is, while it's still flexible, to try to attach it here. Darn, made so many fails when you did mustard seeds and resin. Yeah, in big jobs they use flames to remove bubbles, I think. How do you do it on such small pieces? Toothpick, that's what I was trying to do it with. So, I don't know whether I like this or not. I was hoping it would kind of cover it more. It's very bold. Yeah, we'll see. It's even if I don't like it, that doesn't mean no one will like it. So I'll continue to fool around with that one. And then let me see what else I've got here, if I can salvage something else here. So these ones I want to try to clean up quickly because the resin's still soft enough. I can clean off that extra edge there. That one's just a mess because it's so uneven on the bottom. That one's pretty. And this one, let's see. Way over poured, but I think I can cut the edges off. Like I said, this stuff's a little stinky. Okay, not bad. Okay, so, and this stuff, when it's cured, I think it looks really pretty with a gold accent on it. Um, but I do, let's see, I have these watches over here. So let's try this on here. And right now the resin's super sticky. Gretchen, I have one of those watches with a giant face. You like that? Do you leave them black or do they get some accent? I used gold accent on these. I made some cameos before with this and used that gold pen, and it turned out really good. So that one's kind of cute. And I will glue these, but I'm just sticking this on here just to see. I was hoping I had one that was kind of, oh, that's not really gonna cover that completely. I think that one looks cool on there. And I can use silver gilding wax on this one. That's kind of pretty on there. So obviously I'm going to have to glue these. And let's just experiment a little because that's sticking a little bit. And I'm just going to use this gold pen and just hit the high points of this. The outline and the flowers. Okay, kind of liking that. Where's my lid? This has one of these, you'd buy it. All right, Cheryl. Okay, this needs moved a little bit. I'm just gonna, this is one of those weird clasps. Clasps. I think that one's kind of pretty. I like it. Let's see. This is the silver one. Let me get, I do have some silver gilding wax here, which I never use. I just don't use it for some reason. I'm always going to the gold or the bronze. Those would be pretty with the chameleon wax on them too. Here's some silverware. Silver. Okay, I don't know whether you guys ever saw the Hi-Ho Silver video. I was opening a jar. It's on TikTok. I was opening a jar and it popped off. And I said, Hi-Ho Silver. And it was kind of a funny one, if I do say so myself. Okay, I am almost done here. It's 8:04. And like I said, we'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night on Flippin' Bunch at 7. You saw that one, Dar? Are the pens on the website? You know what? Not yet. I'm gonna get them on there though. Let me know if you need one. I can get one for you. But I can get it on the website though too. So this isn't glued on, but I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's different, kind of cool. Yeah, so I don't have anything else that's silver. Yeah, I love these pens. They're nice. Let me just do this gold one because I think this one's kind of cool. I could use gilding wax for this, but these are just so easy. There. I think that one's cool too. So, I think we've only just really scratched the surface of things that we can do, but I'm going to get them all. Is it water-based? Let's see. Very good question. I do believe it is, just because of the fact that it doesn't smell. It's my guess, but I will find out for sure. Like I said, there's really no smell to it. A little bit, but nothing like, it's not even like you know, like a smelly marker. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a night. It's always an adventure because I always take on all these big projects, and of course I can't resist doing another flower here, and then I'll show you. But it's just something that I've been wanting to do, and I knew it would be fun, but it's too much to show sometimes, and I need I was hoping my camera situation was better, but it's almost too high. So always a work in progress. Oh, here I am holding it up. Here, we'll do it this way. This one's sticking pretty well, but I don't trust it. So kind of cute. I had fun, and I hope you guys did. And I'm gonna carry on with a lot of my projects here, and get them posted so you can see them, and get them down to Cosmic Charlie's, maybe in time for last minute Mother's Day shopping. So I really appreciate you joining me tonight, and hope you give it a thumbs up. And I'm really trying to build my Facebook page, kind of trying to monetize that. So if you want to share it, that would be awesome, because it'll still be on there. Now Facebook Lives only stay for 30 days, I think 30 days. So they don't stay forever. So if you share them, I don't know whether they'll still be there if you share them or not, but if there's anybody you want to share it with, I'd sure appreciate it. So love you guys, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Mwah. Have a great night.